Yo, what is going on, you guys? Bashtian here, and today with the resurgence of this deck, I want to go ahead and bring you guys my take on the Floowandereeze archetype. Yes, Floowandereeze, for some reason, surprisingly still not dead. I actually did very well at not only just recent regionals at the YCSs in Peru, of course, I saw it all over at the Houston regional, so it's been a very rampant deck, I'm not gonna lie. I believe it got top 8 also in YCS Peru. Definitely interested, go ahead and check that out as well. Not my profile, not on my channel, but it should be on, what's the guy's name? Ready for Duel. If you guys want to go ahead and check him out, by all means, go ahead and do so. So, today, guys, we're going to be checking out the Floowandereeze deck. Now, like I said before, this is going to be my take on it. I believe the deck has changed a significant amount, of course, with the banning of Barrier Statue of the Stormwinds, but it doesn't really take away too much from the deck. It really just forces the deck to evolve. Also, with the new current format in the meta, some other cards I should say are better in the main deck and now compared to the side deck, things like that. So we'll go ahead and get right into it, guys. But without further ado, before I get started, make sure you leave a like, subscribe, and if you like the sleeves I am using on this video, on this profile, make sure you get them over at the Amazon link down below. It's going to be for KMC whites. I believe it comes out to maybe $5-6 for a pack of 60 per copy. It's a bulk set. If you guys are interested, I just want to go ahead and point you guys out. I've gotten a lot of comments recently asking what type of sleeves I use, so that's going to be the ones. If you guys are interested, go ahead and make sure you check them down below. But let's go ahead and get right into the profile, starting off with the monsters. So guys, for the monster lineup, I played 3 copies of Robina, 3 copies of Eaglin, 2 copies of Stree, and then 1 copy of Tokan. This is going to be it for the main level 1, I should say. Level 1 Floowandereeze monsters. Obviously, Robina and 3 Eaglin are going to be standard. They're going to be your main starters for the entire deck. 2 Stree is going to be a little bit more unconventional than most. I should say, I want to say most lists are playing just 1 Stree and 1 Tokan, but I really like the overall recursion you do get from these. Besides, I do want to say as many small birds as possible just in my opening hand. Not too many, but of course I don't want to go ahead and break, which is the one thing that you are going to have to deal with this deck, is that you are going to have, of course, a chance of breaking. But that's why I play a lot of consistency cards, and I look to improve my consistency by increasing the number of Floowandereeze names I play in the main deck as well. 2 copies of Eaglin, 1 Apex Avian, and 1 copy of Ryza the Mega Monarch. I believe this is going to be standard ratios from when it was before till now. Nothing has really changed. M-Pen is still a phenomenal card. The negation you get from Apex and then the interruption you get from Ryza as well is really good. And the ability to break boards with Ryza is also really good as well. So that's also something you are going to want to keep in mind. Also, these secret rare M-Pens look absolutely beautiful. I just want to go ahead and say that right now. That's going to be it for Floowandereeze monsters, guys. Now on to the hand traps. I played 3 copies of Ash Blossom, and I do not play any Biru. I actually played 3 copies of Effect Veiler in the main deck. Yes, so I prefer Effect Veiler over Nibiru. I'm gonna tell you why. So Effect Veiler plus Ash is double interruption versus the Kashtira board, whereas Nibiru, they can easily go ahead and play around it, which I am seeing, of course, a lot. I think it's pretty going to be the standard play moving forward for Kashtira, is that, and we discussed about it in the previous videos as well, is that they just make a Rise Heart pass. It's still a very good board. It leaves them with a lot of follow-up, which Kashtira naturally has a lot of firepower going second as well. So I think the Effect Veiler and the Ash Blossom are going to be really good, because with Effect Veiler you can go ahead and Veiler the Unicorn, where then you can go ahead and Ash the Kashtira Theosis. That way you're pretty much negating them on 2 separate fronts as far as that's concerned. And that's the main reason why I prefer Effect Veiler over Nibiru. Of course, it hurts a bunch of other decks in the format as well, whereas these kill the Brandon strategy. Effect Veiler is going to be fantastic against Sword Soul, Trap Tricks, pretty much anything that activates anything on the field is going to be really good against. I did not mean to throw that. That seemed a little aggressive, but that's going to be it for the monsters, guys. Now on to the spells. Alright, guys, so for the spells, we played 3 of the field spell. Of course, Magnificent Map, being able to normal summon multiple times is nice, especially on your opponent's turn. 1 copy of the Unexplored Winds. Also, I do like, because it's a very normal summon heavy format, even Kashtira does it as well, so it is nice to go ahead and have this, pretty much guaranteeing you that additional piece of interruption during your opponent's turn pretty much each and every single game. 3 copies of Floowandereeze and the Advent of Adventure, of course. Any less than this is Sacrilegious in this deck. 3 copies of Pot of Prosperity, 3 copies of Pot of Duality. I think this is pretty much standard as far as this goes. I don't think you should be playing this at any less than what they are. Mainly because, of course, you want a consistency with the deck, and yes, this is going to be probably the best ones for you. And if you don't have Prosperity, it's perfectly fine. If you want to go ahead and play cards like Pot of Extravagance, if you actually play Pot of Extravagance, it does give you a bit more of a overall hand advantage as far as the amount of cards you are playing in your hand, which is nice. But Prosperity, being able to dig specifically for the Robina or specifically for the Eagle and things like that, is really nice, just to be able to go ahead and make sure you have your full combo in hand. There we go. So that's it for the consistency pieces. Next, I played 3 copies of Book of Moon, 1 copy of Terraforming, and I do play 1 copy of Triple Tactic Thrust. So why do I only play 1 copy of Thrust? Because I only own 1 copy of Thrust, but if I own 2, I would definitely go ahead and play a second one, potentially even a third one as well, because Thrust is a phenomenal card in this deck. Now, if you don't have the money to get Thrust, I perfectly understand it. I believe this is a 41 card deck, so if you take this out, you are still going to be good to go from there. And in the event that I miscounted and this is actually a 40 card deck, then you can put in other cards as well, such as Called by the Grave. I would not recommend Upstart Goblin because it conflicts with Pot of Prosperity, but that is something you can go ahead and leave up to you. 3 Book of Moon instead of Book of Eclipse. Book of Eclipse, it is really powerful, a really good card, don't get me wrong. The issue with Book of Eclipse is that I do not believe that Floowandereeze has enough firepower to be able to clear the entire board. So just being able to Book of Moon, the one real key piece of interruption that's really messing up with your boards. Also being able to go ahead and Book of Moon your own monsters, just be able to go ahead and make sure that you're able to evade targeting negations such as Imperm Veiler, things like that as well. That's going to be really nice, and that's going to be it for the spells, guys. Now on to the traps. Alright guys, so for the traps, we have 3 copies of Harpy's Featherstorm and 1 copy of Dreaming Town. So with Harpy's Featherstorm, it's pretty much a staple, has to be in the main deck, of course. With the Barrier Statue of the Storm as being gone, this is what pretty much allows the deck to just go all out and just be able to stop your opponent whatever they're trying to do. Also, with a card like Triple Tactic Thrust, you are able to go ahead and search this out as well, which is extremely effective, extremely powerful as well. So as something I would highly recommend. If you do have the capital to go ahead and invest in some Thrust, I would highly recommend it, because it is a really good card, especially in this deck. Now, if you guys watched my market watch from this past Monday, I believe, I did talk about Thrust. It is sitting around $75 a copy right now, so if you can't get it, I definitely understand. It's definitely not the end-all be-all. I'm just saying it does help out the consistency quite a bit. But besides that, guys, that is going to be it for the main deck. Now, let's go over the extra deck. Now, for the extra deck with Floowandereeze, be sure to remember, guys, this is definitely not the end-all be-all. You can very easily play this entire deck without playing a single extra deck card, but you are going to need something to banish, so you can go ahead and activate your Prosperity or Extravagance, no matter which one you prefer to play. So, we play 1 Recital Starling, 1 Ensemble Robin, 1 Lyralist Assembled Nightingale, 1 Downer Magician, and double Zeus for the XZs. For the other extra deck types, I played double copy of Intis. Intis I do play because in the side deck it is something I'm still experimenting with, but cards like Ultimate Slayer, cards like Dogmatic and Punishment are going to be really good, and especially in this deck as well, going first. So being able to have this in the extra is going to be really clutch for us as well. Relinquished Anima, Ferjit, the Ominous Omen, Underworld Goddess. I cannot find my Nightmare Phoenix, so please forgive me. But this is going to be my, I don't know why, I have 2 or 3 copies of Phoenix and I can't find any of them. But Phoenix, Unicorn for the Nightmare, and then 1 copy of Cyframe Lord Omega. Again, this is for Ultimate Slayer targets, Ultimate Slayer targets. You can use any one of these for Ultimate Slayer targets as well, but essentially what we're trying to do is trying to gain advantage from the Ultimate Slayer as well. So that is something you want to consider. I personally very much like the Omen play as well, just because it lets you search for any of your level 1 essentially Floowandereeze monsters, which is going to be really nice, extremely clutch as well, especially going second, but that's neither here nor there. I just want to go ahead and get that out to you guys. So that is going to be it for the Floowandereeze deck profile, guys. I know I have lengthened it a little bit more than what I wanted to in previous profiles, but I want to keep this short and simple for you guys. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. If you guys did enjoy, you can let me know by smashing that like button and that subscribe button. I appreciate each and every single one of you guys. We are on the road to 2,000 subscribers, so that is extremely exciting, guys. Thank you guys so much for subscribing. Remember, if you guys do like the sleeves, you can go ahead and get them yourself at Amazon. I'm not selling them myself. It's not like my sleeves, but it's just sleeves that I use in case you guys like them. But anyway, that's gonna be it for the profile, guys. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below, and I'll see you guys in the next one.